Y'all, this is the kind of bad movie I just absolutely live for. Do the thing.
No, I hate the rainforest. You go right ahead and plow down this whole fucking
Hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we're talking about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And that movie is Autumn and the Black Jaguar. Autumn and the Black Jaguar is a spiritual successor of sorts to one of our favorite bad movies here on this channel from a couple of years back, that being The Wolf and the Lion. This is directed by um, Gilles de Mastery. I hope I am saying that correctly. Gilles de Mastery, and this is so he also did she or they also did a previous before this a movie called Me and the White Lion. I've not seen that one, so maybe I'll have to check that one out. But this is the latest animal adventure, and spoiler alert, because we're gonna need to really hash this one out. I promise it very likely won't be as long as Wolf and the Lion because I have less really to say, other than to say, what is this film about? Well, there's a little girl named Autumn who lives with her father and her mother, who is native indigenous to the rainforest. They live in the rainforest, and she quickly befriends a baby jaguar she names Hope. But eventually, her dear old mom dies. Her dad moves her to New York City, which is clearly Vancouver, and or Quebec, whichever, take your pick. And standing in for New York. And she starts to go to regular school, where she butts heads with her teacher, played by Emily Bett Rickards, who's the only person I recognize. Yeah, Felicity Smoke from Arrow, rather. Yeah, she's in this movie. It's the only one I recognize. And she's an animal activist, of course, when she discovers from a family member in the rainforest that the jaguar population is slowly headed for extinction. The last jaguar is being hunted by poachers. She immediately assumes that must be Hope. So, against her father's wishes, instead of going to her grandmother's after getting expelled, she decides to head off to South America, and in hot pursuit is said teacher who really, really wants to bone her dad, and has OCD and agoraphobia, which means, according to this movie, she's a ranting, raving, insane lunatic before she eventually has to come around and become the second mother this girl never had. And the main character is a little shit, and her teacher is an annoying basket case. What could go wrong? Oh, and her dad's an asshat. What could possibly go wrong? Oh yeah, poachers, and also the fact that this poor animal clearly doesn't want human company, and fuck the plot. Okay, here, let me explain something to y'all. This movie is terrible, and yet I kind of loved Autumn and the Black Jaguar. Yeah, it's another one of those movies like The Wolf and the Lion where this movie is from another planet. I genuinely don't know how things happen in this movie, and I feel the only way to properly sell it, we're not going to go through the whole film, but I just want to point out some moments that really stuck out to me. First and foremost, the character of Autumn is just annoying. Her character is just this entitled little turd who, okay, fine, animal activism, but the problem is she's not even really an animal activist, because she just talks about, oh, we gotta save this jaguar. Ooh, animals. Oh, protests for dissecting a frog, and yet the teacher has an emotional support animal that is basically a hedgehog that she found, who's disabled. It has like one of those little animal back leg wheelchairs. Its legs got crushed in like a car accident. And she's, to blackmail the teacher into letting her go to South America, dangles it out a window and threatens to throw it out. Like, really? Okay. Her father, there's a great scene where she goes to visit her father, barge in on his work, to tell him, like, I need to go save Hope, Daddy. or she even says like father a lot. It's really weird. Some of the dubbing also is really off. And he's like a doctor of some kind. I think he might be like a breast doctor because there's this older patient who she's in very little clothing, surprisingly. Maybe he's giving her a mammogram. I don't know, but it's really strange. Usually, I don't think you do that with your hands. But she busts in, and he's like, "We need to save Hope," and he goes, "How dare you come into my office when I'm working?" Not quite like that, but kind of the same level of douchey intensity. And this guy's a doctor. He has a patient on the table. It's like, we're not talking about this now. You go home right now, young lady. And then this patient sits up and is like, "A Jaguar? Doctor, you need to go." And he turns to her and he goes like, "Helen," he goes, "you're a hypochondriac. Who the hell asked you?" I'm like, Jesus Christ. I was like, wow, dude. Jesus Christ. That's good bedside manner. So she goes anyway. The teacher, her character, OCD is a serious disorder and agoraphobia. And if you portray that properly, it can be a really interesting thing. There are plenty of great movies about people who suffer from obsessive compulsive, tendencies. I have no issue with them portraying that. I do have an issue with how they portrayed it, however, because this movie essentially confuses maybe OCD and a little bit of autism, maybe a little bit too, with being mentally unstable and erratic to the point of like literally this person should not be around children. Like the fact that this person is a teacher is kind of frightening because she goes from a 0 to like violent, aggressive anxiety really, really quickly. Like this person needs help. And so it's really strange having jokes kind of being made at her expense throughout a lot of this movie and kind of with this doop-de-doop music. That's weird. Let's talk about racism. The Indians in this movie, the natives in this movie, native indigenous peoples in this movie are so bad. Like, they have headdresses that are not only stereotyped, they look like arts and crafts projects. And one of the members is a white girl in brown face. I wish I was joking. Like, the daughter of, like, the tribe leader is a white girl. Like, straight up. It's not even that hard to tell. She kind of looks like a young Abby Lee, kind of. But she's like supposed to be like, she's supposed to be, I guess, Autumn's age, and they were like childhood friends. She's a white girl. Like, she is straight up a white actress that they put brown paint and like red face paint on for like the tribal, like, war paint. It's hilarious. And when you're watching it, you're just like, how did they, and they're all portrayed as, we spend many moons. It's like Killers of the Flower Moon or Reservation Dogs never happened. It's so weird. It's like, why are we doing this in the year of our Lord 2025? Why do we have a movie that has this in it? That was weird. When she first meets the Jaguar, it attacks her. Like, it straight up attacks her. And there's a point in the movie, and this is the moment, there's a family in front of me, so I felt kind of bad, but I broke a little bit. And it went out loud because I couldn't help it. There's a moment where the poor Aunt Jaguar and to some extent the Hedgehog look kind of annoyed with their animal co-stars. They're not trained well enough to, in the context of this film, to look like they love this person. So they just look. When she's petting her, the Jaguar kind of looks uncomfortable. I kind of felt bad. It's like, this Jaguar doesn't want to be here. It doesn't want to play with you. It's not meant for. It doesn't want to interact with you. Like, stop bothering this animal. But it attacks her, and there's a moment where she's like, hope, or whatever, and it runs away, and it's, of course, inevitably, it remembers her, and they have that a Christian the Lion type of moment where it's hugging her. But in the moment, it was like, this is the moment that broke me. So the lead actress, the teenage version of Autumn, there's a part where she's like, Hope, I don't know if that's you, but if it is, I don't know why you don't remember me. Who are you? Music intensified. I literally went out loud. I couldn't help it. And also the whole motivation, right off the bat, the dad and the teacher want to fuck each other. And they don't even try to hide it. It's like really very bizarre. And of course, spoiler alert, at the very, very end, they get together, because of course they do. Oh, and there's a moment where when she's attacked by the Jaguar, it's supposed to be a sweet moment where she's kind of in a daze and she's, lost some blood because the thing attacks her. She's lying there and kind of sweating in her daze. She goes, the teacher's kind of like, I think she even says, like, it's going to be okay, sweetie, or something. Like, she's like, trying to comfort her, and she goes, Mom. And the music swells. I'm like, okay. Fuck you. You didn't earn that moment, movie. Shut the fuck up. The movie is really bad. Also, there's one part where the teacher not only has OCD, but apparently has ESP because she's psychic. Because somehow she's able to know exactly what Autumn's plot is. Like, she comes in and goes, You're not going with your dad, are you? She doesn't know any context. She goes to get her phone back because she gets, like, expelled from school or suspended from school. I think it actually is expelled. She gets expelled from school, and she's like, wait a second. He goes, why do you need your phone back? Are you calling your dad? No, you're running away, aren't you? You're going to run away somewhere. You're gonna leave somewhere. It's like, how the fuck do you know this? They don't give you any context that she knows this, so it's just like, does she read minds? Like, what the fuck is that? It's so weird. This whole movie, there's a moment where the dad says somebody's handicapped, and it's clearly was something else in the this guy is clearly French Canadian because most of his dialogue, the mouth doesn't sync. It's like he clearly says something else, and they add in like handicapped. It's clearly not that guy's voice speaking. He's also a really bad actor, or at least the dubbing voice actor is. It's terrible, and yet. And also, the day is saved because the teacher gives up her anxiety, gets on like a what's the word, ATV, I think it's called, those four-wheeled all-terrain vehicles. So yeah, ATV. So she goes on one of those ATVs to like the local TV station that I guess broadcasts throughout the rainforest. I don't know. I know there's like domiciles and like homes in that area and shacks and whatnot, but I didn't know they had television in the rainforest. But anyway, maybe they don't. Maybe this movie's full of horseshit. Maybe it isn't. I don't know, but I've never been. But she goes to this TV station, and it's this video where the poacher, who is really bad, it's this woman who all her line readings are, we need money. We gotta kill the Jaguar. There's my Jaguar. Paycheck? Where's my goddamn paycheck? That's like every line read in this. She goes and man, it's almost going to be as long as the other one. I apologize. She goes, we'll wrap it up. She goes to the TV station with the phone where the woman is, where the Jaguar is in a net. The girl is, also, it looked like an actual bullet, but I guess it was actually a tranquilizer. But man, it looked like a bullet. It looked like one of those like hollow point kind of bullets. But she goes into, and it's like, we need to do whatever. And there's this like, again, it's like the ending of The Wolf and the Lion. This sanctimonious speech that Felicity Smoke says as the teacher, about how this is the change that'll happen. Oh, and also, the white girl in disguise seemingly betrays her for, like, a scene, and then literally it's the scene, and then they're like, what have you done? And goes, you're right, I'm helping you now. And the last time the girl sees this other girl, she thinks that she's betrayed her, but yet when all is well and done, they hug, and it's like, oh, everything's good now. It's like, you're missing a scene, movie. This girl thinks her best friend from childhood betrayed her. We need to have a scene where they deal with it. No, gotta wrap the movie up. Also, they kind of forget that there's a threat going on until like literally the last 7 minutes of the movie. Like the climax is literally just like they show up, goes on TV, police immediately show up, roll credits. Like that's the whole, and cue the scene running throughout and after the credits. This movie is insane. It's deranged, and I love it. Please make more of these. God bless this filmmaker, De Maestri. I'm gonna get your name right. You are the Neil Breen, Tommy Wiseau, or Daddy Derek of animal adventure movies. Please make more of these. I need them in my life. We need bad movies that are never boring like these. And I almost, for entertainment value, want to give Autumn and the Black Jaguar a 5, but I can't do that to you nice folks because you might actually think it's good. So I'm going to give Autumn and the Black Jaguar 1 star. 1 star just on the base, my so bad it's good thing, because it's genuinely... I can't not tell you to see this movie, because it's genuinely a good time, especially if you're in the right frame of mind and you can be snarky. This movie is a blast. But yeah, Autumn and the Black Jaguar, 1 star out of 5. Let's close the book on it. It's bad, but I kind of recommend it, just like I did the last film. So yeah, 1 out of 5 stars for Autumn and the Black Jaguar. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Okay. A Minecraft movie. Talked about it. Looks good. The Bad Guys 2. Talked about it. Looks good. The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. This looks great. And apparently it is great. Fuck you, Zaslav. This isn't being released by Warner Brothers, but at least it's being released. Thank you to, I think it's Ketchup Entertainment is putting it out. Yeah, this looks hilarious. I will definitely see this on the big screen. This looks awesome. Snow White, talked about it. Looks good. Paddington and Peru, talked about it, looks good. The Unbreakable Boy, talked about it, doesn't look very good. And was there shawarma? Yes, throughout the end credits and after the credits, there are extra scenes. So definitely worth sticking around for. Literally, the ending of the movie is after the credits. So it's literally the whole movie. There's no black screen behind the credits. It's literally the movie continues until the very, very end. So you're not... The epilogue runs through the credits. So there's no... It doesn't give you a chance to get up at all. All right, that is it. We will be back... very soon, in about an hour and a half-ish, for the final part of our big, epic 4-part stream. This time covering the best and worst films of the decade so far. It's our 2024 wrap-up. Then also, coming up in the next couple days, we got reviews for Hard Truths, the latest from Mike Leigh, as well as Wish You Were Here, which is the directorial debut of Julia Stiles. And we'll have that coming up. Next week, I believe, is Presence, Inheritance, Flight Risk, Brave the Dark, and The Colors Within, I believe, are what's coming up next week. So yeah, that's all coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, classes missed. I love you 3,000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment. Even if it's ignorant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything, in either Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Autumn and the Black Jaguar? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Big mouth, extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around. Bye.